Hey, what's up? Psych Chrissy here. Just want to do an entry on something that, I see very commonly with a lot of my clients, and it's just absolutely fascinating to me. And something that I really enjoy talking about with my clients, just to try and get them to think about this perspective in lots of different ways. But it's really interesting because I often have people come to therapy and say, I just want to be happier, or I just want to be less anxious. And I'm like, okay, yep. Or they'll be, I just don't want to be angry anymore. And I'm like, okay, no probs. And don't get me wrong, there's lots of different skills and strategies and things that can be done to help people regulate their mood states a lot better, 100%. But that's not the issue that I want to address here. The issue is, what is happiness? And as a definition, because I think it's bloody fraught. I try to encourage my clients, because I've had people, unfortunately, that get so stuck in negative mindset and depressed mood that they start chasing something that doesn't even exist. And unfortunately, all the bloody media and the advertising and the whatever, presents this meaning of happiness that is so ridiculously unattainable that it kind of makes us, if we don't have great self-esteem, or we're not feeling good, it makes us feel even worse, because it's like, oh, why can't I have that lifestyle even though it doesn't exist? And we strive for these things that are just not reality. And I have a lot of conversations with my clients about, what's your definition of happiness? Is that even achievable? And not that it's, you're going to be sad for the rest of your life, but is there a question of that we tend to chase something that doesn't exist, which means we can never be happy? And if that's the case, far out, what an absolute bloody hamster wheel. That's just crazy town, So one of the things that I want to encourage people to really, be more accepting of happiness as their type of happiness, and not strive to try and achieve what they think might be the ultimate happiness, because I don't think it exists. Same as when my clients say to me, I want to be less anxious. And I'm like, well, what the hell's that? Are you being unrealistic and think that you would never have anxiety again, or no anxiety, which is impossible because we're human, so we all have some level of anxiety. So chasing these non-realistic emotional states, I think, perpetuates lots of problems in people's lives. And the message that I want you guys to take away from my vlog today is, are you chasing something that's not real? Why can't we manifest a feeling of happiness? Because it is a perception. That, right? How you feel is a perception or a direct result of how you feel about your environment. So, and what that means is that's all in your control. And that's massive, when you start to tell people that actually they're responsible for their own emotional experiences, and they get to decide what happiness and non-happiness is. And in fact, maybe they're deciding, too much, or they're being too critical, of what happiness is, that they're just never going to get there. So something to think about, guys, just some food for thought. So turn that over.